I'm sorry.
In my head, I'm thinking, the way Kurt Russell walks in Tango and Cash, the way Stallone walks. Like, you're right. You're absolutely right. He has supreme confidence in himself.
Right.
But it's kind of interesting not watching the ego. Is that maybe, should I say that? Like, he has that, like, I guess he doesn't have an ego in this movie. He's just very humble. What's the right, what word am I looking for? Why I like this guy so much?
His confidence comes through in that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what to say, and he reads people immediately, and he knows what to say to get them to do what he wants. Beverly Hills Cop 2, he's got the sonic bullets that react to sound, and he comes into the room and he's got to be very quiet. What about my kids? What about your children? Huh? You gonna give them money? Huh? What am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna take this. And the lady just believes it. It's total nonsense.
Oh,
but
man.
He's believable. He splashes himself with the water. Oh my God, just lies. And what happens in part 1 happens in part 2 to a lesser degree, and doesn't happen at all in part 3, which is why part 3 makes us all sad.
That money scene and part 3. The energy was just off. The energy. I think there's a certain desperate, so Murphy didn't want to play Axel. I mean, Axel, because in that movie he's 24, thereabouts. Right. So you have that young, you can go around BSing everybody. You got the look, you know what I mean? Like, you have that. But then Axel, 10 years later, that same stuff doesn't work anymore, does it? I mean,
it doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't. And listen, a lot of people, cops don't make any money. Bullshit. If you've been in so-and-so police department for 10, 15 years, you're clocking at least $100,000, bro. And if you're not, you're doing wrong. You're doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Now, $100,000 might not hit the way it does in New York that it does in Detroit, but there's no way that he can be in that beat up blue car anymore. Yeah. And it changes him.
That's a great point. And I think it takes away from some of the enjoyment, because watching him ride in that blue car, which I guess got destroyed by those valet people one time when he parked it there.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
All that shit happened the last time I parked here. Be careful with my car. Totally.
But he never cares. Like, he never. Right. It's just so refreshing. And then, if you go into it, like, he doesn't even go in, like, he might have a chip on his shoulder going in there, but he doesn't show it. Like, he doesn't act like, I'm not good enough for this, or these people are so haughty. He's, like, laughing at certain things. It's
100%.
We don't get that much in movies, and I 100%. Appreciate that about it. And so, when Megan said that it was magic.
She is magic. She is magic. I believe that.
I completely agreed with her. Like, but the second one's good. There's just so much fog.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
The second one's fine. The third one is the one where you just start to, okay, this is sagging now. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If you could be like an Axel Foley type of cop, where you get your badge and you're just like, now I'm in law enforcement. I'm creating random undercover operations, like I'm busting people for smuggling cigarettes, and I have decided to create an operation to get 5,000 blank American Express cards. What kind of what's the thing that pisses you off in society that, like, if I was a cop, I would stop this? Because that's clearly his mentality.
I would stop the people who buy whiskey. Yeah. And then, like, they go around all the stores. They buy the whiskey for market price. And then they sell it for, like, exorbitant amounts. Now, I know it's legal, but I would find them anyway. Like, I would find someone that has a massive thing and they're, like, selling them out of a truck, and I would just try to work a deal. I don't care if it's illegal on my end. I'm a cop. Like,
no, man.
I want to stop that. And, like, the people who go and buy Mondo posters immediately and they sell out in 5 minutes, and then you see them on eBay 8 seconds later for triple the price. That's it.
Man, look, if I was a cop, I would do an undercover operation to get the people in the checkout line, The line says 10 items or less. You come in here with 47 ecto coolers.
Oh,
but that's
man.
It's one item because they're all ecto cooler. Bitch, that's not 47. That's 47 different ones. and just get Eddie Murphy on him. Hey, what's happening? Oh man, you really like to have 14 items in the 10 mile or less lane, huh? Freeze! You know what I'm
Freeze.
Yeah, pull out a gun on him. It's that serious.
Just put a parking ticket on their car. But I just love that moment too in the beginning that we're just arguing about the 2000. I mean, it's just, and I love the guy next to him, and that guy even comes back later on, which makes me laugh.
Yes. They brought him back in a second. That guy's a cop. Hey, you're a Muslim. I smell pork. That's brilliant. Allahu Akbar. Yo, that's all ad libs. It's unbelievable.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I love it. It's just such a good franchise, man. It is. And the third one, it's watch. The villain makes it like. Yes. The villain makes it because you just want to punch him in the face. Yes. Yes. Hector Elizondo is just in another movie entirely.
There's actually a time in that movie too where you're not sure whether or not he's in on it or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's credit to his acting.
But watching Reinhold ride or die is cool.
Yes.
Watching the violence, he murders people in that movie.
Yeah, he does. For Christ's sake, he shoots the voice of Scrooge McDuck in the belly. That's his last movie role, bro. Alan Young. Okay?
Oh, man.
That's the last role that guy was in. He was shot in the belly by the most evil Beverly Hills Cop villain ever. Yeah.
And you know what I like about the Beverly Hills Cop movies? Where you know who the villains are.
Oh, it's clearly defined. Yeah.
Like, sometimes you get these murder mysteries, or you get a double cross. Like, there are no double crosses. In the first one, she doesn't turn on, like, Jenny doesn't have a heel turn.
No, not at all. Jenny's wonderful.
And
Salt of the earth.
There's no heel, like, I don't think there are any heel turns. You know who the villains are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, Axel's like, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to get you eventually. Mm-hmm. And then he gets him. And it's wonderful.
And the thing with part 3, too, is that it starts out promising. That is a cool opening scene, yo.
With the dancing?
Not the dancing is not what makes the scene cool. The dancing is supposed to confirm that, yes, Eddie Murphy was right by not getting the SWAT team to murder these people.
Yeah.
You know, that's what that was for. That is a cool scene. It establishes that, hey, Axel got jokes, but he's definitely calm now. You know what I'm saying? He goes back to the crib after he does his operation, and instead of calling the 900 number, which was the pornography of the time for you kids who don't know, he would just sit down and, you know, turn on Arsenio Hall. Like, he was chilling. You know, he's calm at this point. It sets the tone. And then there's also the murder of Inspector Todd. Which, Jesus Christ. Darkness reigns. Like, this movie's dark.
And it's just the murders and the new Beverly Hills police station.
Right.
The oddest Ferris wheel scene I've ever seen in my life.
It was pointless. It was, and you know, the thing is, they use that to establish that, hey, Axel Foley is actually a good guy. And then they immediately throw away all that goodwill by having him shoot the gun into the air and putting it on TV. That's the guy who, black guy shot Uncle Dave. Like, wow, son, really? That's what we're doing.
No rope burn on his hands at all.
None.
Oh, well, I gotta say, man, thank you so much for recommending these movies. And I want to do something. Since we talked about how great 84 is, let's do a quick movies we loved in 84 draft.
Alrighty, very good, bro.
And I will let you go first.
Okay. 1984.
Action movies we loved in 84.
All right. Well, because we're talking about it, we're going Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh.
Highest grossing film of 1984. $234,760,000.
Okay.
Paper.
That's big. I'm gonna have a very hard time coming back from that.
Enjoy yourself.
I'm not, like, this may sound cynical that I'm taking this, but I watch Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom a lot.
That movie's too much for me. I can't.
It was dark. I loved it. I just thought, man, this is different. And someone gets their heart ripped out.
You know what I literally do? I do Raiders. I do The Last Crusade. And then I walk out of the house. I'm done.
So you do odd numbers.
I'm done. Yeah. And then I'm done.
All right, who you got second?
All right. Second, I'm going Karate Kid. Because you're the best around. Nothing's going to ever keep you down. Because, and it came out of nowhere. Left field, quite honestly, the Karate Kid.
I am the man who will fight.
Even though, quiet as kept, we did realize as adults that actually LaRusso's the bad guy in that movie.
Yep, he is. He is the bully. He shows up. I love that theory.
It's solid. Steals the guy's girlfriend? Check. Beats him up? Check. Yeah, it's solid.
So, since we're doing action movies we loved, like, I didn't love The Terminator.
Really?
So, I was like a T2 guy.
Okay.
So I'm going to take, I don't care. I'm going to lose. I've lost now. But I'm taking Night of the Comet. I feel like that's an action movie.
I love you because you're an edgelord, man. That's real. Yeah. You're reaching for Night of the Comet, calling it an action movie. You watch that movie now,
there's she has Uzis, right?
She does, but they're not using Uzis every 15 minutes.
Should I? All right, then I'll get rid of it. I'll get rid of it. Because it says action. Under Google, it says action. It says sci-fi action movies.
Dude, the last time you watched that movie, you check how much action actually happened in that movie.
Oh, yeah, I'm just cheating because Google said. Yeah, well, Google said.
It's barely a zombie movie.
Yeah, comedy, horror, sci-fi. That's the name of it. Crap. All right, so I got to find an action picture here. Oh, man. All right, let's do Red Dawn.
Red Dawn.
Wolverine.
American hero. Absolutely, son. Yeah.
I mean, I just remember watching it in the first 10 minutes. Had me really engrossed. And as a kid, watching kids live out in the woods and try to survive was quite neat to me. So
that's the thing. Florida, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those were my weekends.
Yeah, so, you're Floridian.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll do that. I'll do Red Dawn right there. Wolverines.
All right. I'm gonna go extremely to the left. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, part 4.
Wait, that's an action movie?
Let's see. People running for their lives? Check. Murder? Check.
Hey, wait, that happens in Night of the Comet.
I guarantee you there's more running for your life action in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, part 4, starring Corey Feldman, Kimberly Beck, and a young Crispin Glover.
I will say that Trish is impressive in that movie because she takes it to Jason big time. For sure. Trish, she's a little, like when she starts hacking out his hand at the stairs, and then she dives out the window a absolute boss. I don't think she comes anywhere near Chris from the one before, who just... Right. Chris in Friday the 13th Part 3 is a boss. Like, she...
A straight-up boss. Word.
She's like, gets in the car works. She hits Jason on the head. She knocks Jason out and immediately decides to hang him. He comes back to life. She gets a machete and levels it in his head. That's... She might be my favorite final hero ever.
There you go.
All right.
Looks like you win.
Oh, gosh. Sorry. I know you picked a movie, then I was like, well, I would do this. Is Buckaroo Banzai an action movie?
Oh, there's action involved. And there's that weird soundtrack.
I'm taking Buckaroo Banzai.
I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, laugh while you can, monkey boy. Was it? As he said? And Johnny Smallberries.
That's it. Did you pick Ghostbusters? Because I'm picking Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters an action movie?
Let's see. Laser weapons? Check.
I'm toast.
Blowing up a hotel? Check.
All right, I'm taking Night of the Comet.
Take Night of the Comet, and then finally I'm ending it with Terminator, you son of a bitch.
Norbert! I'm getting destroyed.
Check and mate. Yeah.
Oh, man. This is
Check, mate.
Are there any movies that I could even pick that could get me any votes?
You could pick Missing in Action for the guys who wear black dusters and sunglasses. You know,
Romancing the Stone is fun.
Is it though?
I'm doing Dune. Ooh, The Last Starfighter.
Oh yes, that's awesome, son.
Oh, then I can have two. I can have two Catherine Mary Stewart movies then, because she was a Night of the Comet. So I'll do The Last Starfighter.
Nice. but should have chosen to